A new lawsuit alleges that Fox News employees who are black were forced to arm wrestle for entertainment. Now, Gabriel Sherman spoke with MSNBC, and this is what he had to say about it.
Joy, this is a systemic problem at Fox News that was created by Roger Ailes over more than 2 decades. And overnight, I reported on pending litigation that's going to be filed next week by 7 more African-American employees at Fox News who are claiming racial discrimination. And I obtained a letter from their attorneys that was sent to Fox that described really horrific acts of racial discrimination in which black employees were forced to arm wrestle for the entertainment of white employees in the accounting department. So these sorts of descriptions are really evident of a culture that is entrenched and that has not changed in the wake of Bill O'Reilly's departure.
So the legal nightmares continue for Fox News. What I found particularly troubling, and I want to get a reaction from you guys, is that the encounter that they're describing, ostensibly there were other employees that were present. And when we talk about there is a gross culture here going on at Fox News, no one was going to speak up and say that this was wrong before this lawsuit comes out. I think that to me is when we talk about an unhealthy, toxic workplace culture, this is an example of it. Would you agree?
Yeah. And so I think what's surprising is how surprised we are. They say such vile things on air, but I don't know, I guess everything is fake these days. So I thought maybe it's to some degree all a play to them or something, that can they really mean all that? And it turns out, no, they do mean it. And so they invite vile people to work there and they've created a vile culture. So the reason why I find it still surprising nonetheless is because, so for example, a couple years ago, we did a super fun arm wrestling contest here at the Young Turks, right? We all participated, but could you imagine if I came in and said, no, only JR and Jacory will be wrestling. They're the 2 African Americans, I want to see them arm wrestle. Oh, first of all, they're not the only African Americans here, but that would be like, what? Like, that's such a foreign concept to me. Like, are you insane? Who would do that? But it's seeped in at Fox News so much that it's even the accounting department is doing it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, at the top you got all the sexual harassment, etc. But it's seeped in so much that the accounting department's like, well, of course, obviously.
All right, Brett, let me get a reaction from you on this story.
Yeah, I'm obviously that kind of thing, I would say. But it's similar to the other story we were talking about, where it's like, what do you do? Like, if you are the decent, level-headed person in that situation,
working in the accounting department.
Yeah, you're an assistant on someone's desk. There is the other annoying level of it to say, like, I am afraid that if I bring this up, then something bad will happen to me. And that's why we need to not have any of this stuff at workplaces, because the same with sexual harassment, the same with like whatever weird gladiator system they devised at Fox News, it seems. Wouldn't it be better if it wasn't that way? Wouldn't it be awesome if people could just kind of be at work and not have to worry about that stuff? And so often it's like the higher ups saying, I want to preserve this like cool, fun vibe here for me to tell these jokes and act this way. But it's like, give up your jokes because it's really negatively affecting other people's lives. I'd like to hear more details about this.
Right, I think
it just sounds so weird.
There was a term that that Allison in the previous story, Allison Camarada said to CNN, where she's like, I'm glad that we're getting some daylight in on what the culture was here at Fox News. And ultimately, I think that's what it comes down to. We still need to wait to hear the facts. Right now, these are just allegations in a lawsuit. But if they come out to be true, then it is good that we are having some daylight shed on what's going on in the Fox News Corporation, because it's not okay and it needs to be called out.
If you gave me 3 options of what actually happened at Fox News, like I would not be able to, like if you had 2 fictional ones and this, I would not be able to pick out which one.
Oh yeah, you would definitely think this was the made up one.
Dog fighting and like there's people who, I don't know, have to run naked through the office to the bathroom. Like now all bets are off. When there's like a racist arm wrestling over the top movie happening, like that's a problem.
Yeah, it reminded me of Django Unchained. I mean, it is really, really gross if all is true. But you would have guessed wrong on all of them. There was a lady who called a cancer survivor one boob girl. There was the same woman saying to African American workers there that every day they had to put their arms up and go hands up, don't shoot before they left. Oh, turns out if they're deeply racist on air, they might be deeply racist off air. If you're a member of the Young Turks, you not only get the whole 2-hour Young Turks show on demand anytime you want, ad-free, but you also get so many other shows. Old School, you'll love it. Aggressive Progressive for guys who are true progressives. Now also Nerd Alert for gaming and tech. What the Flick for movie reviews. You will love it. Check it out right now at tytnetwork.com/join.